Once upon a time, in a cozy little corner of the world, lived a mother pig with her 3 little sons. As they grew bigger and stronger, she knew it was time for them to venture out and build their own lives. So, with a loving hug and a basket packed with goodies, she sent them off into the big, wide world, reminding them to always do their best because that's the way to get along. The 3 little pigs trotted off, full of excitement and dreams. The first little pig was a bit on the lazy side. He wanted to finish his work quickly so he could spend the rest of his day playing. As he walked along, he met a man carrying a bundle of straw. "Please, sir," he asked, "may I have some of that straw to build my house?" The man agreed, and the little pig took the straw. In no time at all, he had built a simple little house. It wasn't very strong, but he didn't care. He finished so quickly that he spent the whole afternoon playing his flute and dancing around. He was very pleased with himself. The second little pig was a little more thoughtful, but still in a hurry to play. He saw a man with a load of sticks and thought they looked a bit sturdier than straw. "Excuse me," he said, "could I have some of those sticks to build my house?" The man gave him a bundle of sticks, and the second pig got to work. It took him a bit longer than his brother, but soon he had a neat little house made of wood. It was stronger than the straw house, and he felt quite proud. He quickly joined his brother, and they spent the rest of the day playing and having fun together. Now, the third little pig was the most sensible of the 3. He remembered his mother's words, "Whatever you do, do it the best that you can." He knew that a strong house was the most important thing for staying safe. He walked further down the road until he saw a man with a cart full of heavy red bricks. "Please," he said politely, "may I have some of your bricks to build my house?" The man kindly gave him a large pile. Building with bricks was hard work. It took the third little pig a very long time. He had to mix mortar and lay each brick carefully, one by one. While his brothers were playing, he was working hard under the hot sun. He built a sturdy chimney and a strong wooden door. Finally, his solid brick house was finished. He was tired, but very proud and felt very safe inside. Meanwhile, lurking in the nearby woods was a big, bad wolf. He was always hungry and was delighted when he saw 3 new little pigs in the neighborhood. He licked his lips and thought a tender little pig would make a fine supper. He decided to start with the easiest target. He crept up to the straw house where the first little pig was just finishing a happy tune on his flute. The wolf knocked on the door. little pig, let me come in," he growled in his gruffest voice. The little pig peeked through the keyhole, saw the wolf's big ears and sharp teeth, and squealed, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." The wolf grinned wickedly. "Then I'll huff, and I'll blow your house in," he roared. He took a deep breath and huffed, and puffed, ... and with one mighty blow, the straw house scattered into the air. The terrified little pig ran as fast as his little legs could carry him all the way to his brother's stick house. He burst through the door, shouting, "The wolf is coming! The wolf is coming!" The second little pig quickly barred the door just as the wolf arrived. Little pigs, let me come in. The wolf called out, even angrier now. The two pigs huddled together and trembled. Not by the hair of our chins. They cried, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in, the wolf bellowed. He huffed, and he puffed, and he blew with all his might. The stick house creaked and groaned. He huffed again, and puffed again, and crash. The house of sticks tumbled down into a pile. The two little pigs, squealing with fear, scrambled out of the wreckage and raced towards their brother's brick house. They tumbled inside, and the third little pig slammed the heavy door shut and bolted it tight, just as the wolf, now furious, came pounding up to the house. Little pigs, let me come in, he snarled, his voice trembling with rage. The three pigs, now feeling a little safer behind the strong brick walls, replied together, not by the hair of our chins. The wolf was practically steaming. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in, he screamed. He huffed and he puffed. Nothing happened. The brick house stood firm. He huffed again, and he puffed again, turning red in the face. The house didn't even shake. He huffed and puffed until he was completely out of breath, but the brick house was simply too strong. The wolf was exhausted, but he wasn't ready to give up. He was a cunning wolf. He looked up and saw the chimney. Aha, he thought. I'll climb onto the roof and slide down the chimney to catch them. He quietly scrambled up the side of the house and onto the roof. But the third little pig was clever too. Hearing the scrambling on the roof, he quickly understood the wolf's plan. He whispered to his brothers, "Quick, help me with the fireplace." They lit a roaring fire and placed a huge pot of water over it to boil. Just as the water started to bubble, the wolf slid down the chimney. He was thinking about the delicious meal he was about to have. But instead of landing softly on the hearth, he fell right into the giant pot of boiling water with a tremendous splash. He yelped in pain, shot back up the chimney like a rocket, and ran off into the woods, never to be seen in that part of the country again. The three little pigs cheered. They were safe at last. The first two pigs felt very foolish. They thanked their clever brother for saving their lives and for his hard work. They finally understood what their mother meant. From that day on, they all lived together happily in the strong little brick house, and they never forgot the important lesson. Whatever you do, always do it the very best you can. It might take more time and effort, but in the end, it's always worth it. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more classic tales. See you next time.